In this tutorial, we will learn how to update the parent or customary caregiver information in a child protection case. The section on parent and customary caregiver information is used to record key information about the child's parents and/or their customary caregiver. It's particularly important for unaccompanied and separated children because it provides details on the parents or customary caregiver who need to be traced. A customary caregiver is someone who by law or by custom is normally responsible for looking after the child. This is the person who would, in a system with a strong regulatory framework, have custody for a child. This would be the case, for instance, if the parents have died or left at an early age and the child is under the care of another relative. If the parents are registered in the same registration group as the child, their information will automatically be linked to the CP case. For all children who are separated, unaccompanied, or outside of parental care, or for whatever reason not registered in the same registration group as their parents, it is always important to record where their parents are and whether they are in touch with their children. Within the child protection case, you have two sections here: parent information and customary caregiver information. Under parent information, if the child is registered with their mother or father, these individuals' registration records will already appear in this section. For example, you can see here that the child's father's information is pre-populated. For the customary caregiver, or where parents are in different registration groups, you can add them to the case by clicking on the lookup icon in that field. We click Search, look up more records, and search for adults that are not in the same registration group, by name or by individual ID. If they are not present or registered, then create or add relative records. You can also add information about whether or not the child is in contact with the absent parent or caregiver. You can do this in the Contact with Father or Contact with Mother section. You can click for yes or for no. We create relative records when there is a missing or absent parent or customary caregiver. To create a relative record, we click New. This opens the Quick Create. Here, you'll be able to enter information on the missing or absent parent or customary caregiver. It is important to note that there are minimum or mandatory fields here, marked by the red asterisk. This information must be filled out to continue. There are also recommended fields where the parent or caregiver needs to be traced. You should add as much information as you can to assist this process. Here, you will note that you need to fill out the name, relationship, sex, estimated date of birth, and if the parent or caregiver is deceased. Don't forget that the Is Deceased field should only be yes if you are sure that the person is dead. For example, the child or the caregiver saw it with their own eyes, or have otherwise confirmed the person to be dead. Once you have completed the mandatory information, check that everything is complete, add any additional comments, and as much information as you can. Then click Save. You will see the information is then added to the parent or customary caregiver information accordingly. You have now updated parent and caregiver information.